What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, I am back, man. You guys already know what time it is. I don't talk about it, I stay about it. But anyways, people, first and foremost, man, I got to give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting my channel members, the Trollos, the Funny Bunnies, and even Mr. Sluggz. He's been supporting my channel. Low key, he has. Pobrecito Mr. Sluggz, man. He got his panties in a ruffle again. You know, this would probably be the last time I elaborate on that individual. You know what I mean? Because I see what he's trying to do. You know, like I said in the past, I used to watch this guy up until I started noticing he likes to criticize a lot of people. He actually is a person that believes he is better than others. He tries to point fingers at me, claiming that I claim that I'm better than other people. Never that. You guys all know, the one that's been watching me, I have love for all gente. I have love for life in itself. We're all humans. We're all equal. Okay, so let's not get it twisted here, my boy. Just because I call you a Paisa, is the way I'm addressing you. Would you rather me call you a dropout? You know, come on, do the math here, my boy. Well, anyways, first and foremost, this is a fitness channel with a twist, and today's twist is gonna be Mr. Sluggz once again. Hopefully it'll be the last time, you know what I mean? Because like I said, pobrecito Mr. Sluggz, and I'll get to that. He spoke his mind. It is what it is, you know what I mean? Those are his beliefs, and what he believes in, it's all good. So anyways, if you guys want to get started in your fitness journey, hit me up, man. It's highpowerfitness.net, or go to my Instagram, highpowerfitness, high_power_fitness_. You could actually go over there and check out my my Instagram. I have years of material of me from when I first started. I went from fat to fit to ripped, you know. I have testimonials from team members. I have testimonials from non-team members as well. And if you go through my my story, you'll be able to see, like, my highlights, I should say. There's some meals there that any of you guys could incorporate into your daily life, and it'll get you started in your fitness journey. And trust and believe, that's free. That's free knowledge and free stuff that I'm giving out to the public right there, because, you know, my profile is public, you know, because I am a full-time online fitness coach. This is my passion right here, people, is to help others break them limited beliefs. On my program, everybody is equal. No one is better than anybody else. We're here to support one another. And that's why I say I am non-biased. I'm not racist. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I'm just here to help people change their lives. For some reason, Mr. Sluggy guy got his canzones in a ruffle. You know, it is what it is. But I'll get to that. But before I go and do that, people, remember, once I hit that 10,000 mark, my 10,000 subscribers, I'm gonna start doing lives. And on my lives, everyone is welcome to pull up. Even you, Mr. Sluggz, you can pull up. Just do not pull up and try to, how should I say, don't try to go to Mashika on me, my boy, because you are not at the level that I am. And what I mean is, I lived the life that you supposedly lived, but I really don't think you did. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm not better than you. The difference between me and you is I paroled in good standings. You didn't. Okay, that's the only difference. Other than that, as long as you weren't ratting on people, hey, you don't carry that title of a POS. As long as you don't carry that, as long as you never ratted on anybody, you don't have one of them bad jackets, you didn't violate children, women, or elders, you're just someone that's no good because you paroled from that yard. But anyways, people, before I go and do that, let's talk about a little bit about muscle loss, okay, people? As we age, the muscles in our arms start to atrophy, okay? Not only does the muscles in your arms, well, your muscles in general start to atrophy. Your fascia does too. Now you got to keep in mind, fascia is what holds the shape of the arm and is vital for the whole body. Fascia, it maintains the body's shape. It keeps your muscles in place, and it also takes some of that force on your body when you're exercising. So when you stimulate the fascia, you cause collagen synthesis, which is essential as you age, people. So that's why I'm constantly promoting, or how should I say, stressing out here on my channel for you to invest in your overall health, okay? Because this is something that is unavoidable, people. When you get older, you either use it or you're gonna lose it, okay? That's why I'm constantly pushing out material here and, letting people, the public, know that you need to invest in your health today. It doesn't have to be extreme, little bit at a time, and eventually and gradually it will become a lifestyle, as it has for myself, okay? That's why I'm in the best shape of my life. I just showed you guys me doing a Superman burpee just the other day, and I'm over a half a century old. I guarantee there's people half my age that couldn't even do that. At the end of the day, those type of burpees are just showboating, people. So I don't recommend anybody doing that, because all that does is introduce you to injury, okay? Especially if it is done incorrectly. Okay, so stay away from all the showboating, because that's all you gain out of it. You gain nothing but showboating, a bigger ego, and you may even gain some injuries out of it. Okay, I'm telling you from experience, people. So anyways, people, with that being said, man, if you guys are serious about getting started in your fitness journey, hit me up, highpowerfitness.net, or go to my Instagram, highpowerfitness, baby. High_power_fitness_. Shoot me a DM and mention something about fitness or nutrition, and I will get you dialed in, man. Guaranteed on my program, 90-day program, I could get you to lose 30 pounds of fat and build muscle at the same time. And this right here is for Mr. Sluggz. I recommend that you sign up with my program, my boy, because you claim to be a baker. Well, the word on the curb is that you're a baker in Mexico. You were deported. It is what it is, my boy. You're back in the homeland, the motherland. You're doing your thing, but I kind of have doubts about you being a full-time baker. And the reason is because I remember when I first discovered your channel, you were a little bit slimmer. I think you're eating your product instead of selling it. You're looking really fat and out of shape, my boy. And I mean that in a nice way. I'm being serious about this. Let's get you right, okay? Let's clear the air. Reach out to me. Hop on the team. You know what I mean? That way we could do a one-on-one phone call. You know what I mean? Or you could join the Zoom calls that I do every week with my team members. It's a win-win, I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? Because this back and forth stuff here on social media is for the birds, okay? I can see you got your panties in a ruffle a little bit, my boy, and it is what it is. This is where I need to correct you on a couple things. I know coming from your time, when you hear that expression, oh, he's on one, right away you think of the cri-cri, okay? Coming from my time, when you're on one, could mean anything. It could be all fucking on the periques, the cri-cri, be gouged out. And from what I heard on the curb, which I can't believe it, because I don't believe anything that I hear, and I only believe half of what I see. This is just what I'm putting out there, what I heard, okay? I'm not saying that it's true. I heard that you were smacked back, that you was a tecato. I don't know, okay? I'm just letting you know. Okay, that's the word on the curb. I was told you rang the bell as soon as you got off the bus. And that when you were running the streets, you got caught up doing whatever you did. That's none of my business. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? So, and as far as tucking your nuts, you mean you should have said tucking your tail. Makes more sense. I'm trying to put you up on a little game here, my boy. So, anyways. No, I do not think I'm better than anybody. We're all equal. We're all humans. We're all God's children. We're all the same. We just come in different shapes and sizes. Okay? In different colors, different tints, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? We're all people. The only ones that I look less of are the ones that have them bad charges. Now, if the shoe fits, then you know exactly who I'm talking to. So if you one of them people that did this, was singing like a bird and telling on your homies or whoever it may be, I think less of you, okay? Do I think less of you if you paroled from a yard because you got scared? You weren't cut from the cloth, or you actually thought it was going to be better over there where you went to? You don't have no bad charges. You just earned the title as being no good. I can never bust a spread with you. I cannot chop it up with you. And if we were to cross paths behind them walls or in the system, I would have to do what I need to do. And it wouldn't be personal. It would be strictly business. Why? Because I do not go against the grain. I will never go against the grain. Whether I like the reglas or not, I'm not here to reinvent the wheel. Okay? So let's just get that straight right there. My tatuajes that you were talking about, my boy, if you were really thorough about watching my program, you would have seen on one of my past videos. Every tatuaje that I got on my body, but one, came from the pinta, or doing time. Okay, the tatuajes on my chest, when I got out, my homeboy from my barrio touched them up for me to bring them back to life. Okay, so all that speculating is for the birds, my boy. I really don't even want to address you really much longer because it's funny, my boy. I see you coming out of character and I start looking at different facts and why you're coming at me the way you are, because I know you don't like Dubs or Gunner. I know you guys have been at a feud for a cool minute. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, that's between you. That's your guys' beef. Hey, I don't have a dog in any of them fights. You know, like I said, I'm a full-time online fitness coach. The only time I elaborate on stuff is because one of my subscribers, my team members, or even somebody that I ran into in the calles hits me up. Hey, you think I could touch on this topic? Or did you hear this vato? He was saying this, and that. Boom. And if my name is in their mouth, hey, you damn Skippy, I'm going to touch on that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bow down. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And another thing, that's just to say this. It doesn't matter where you did your time at. Doing time is doing time. But all bullshit aside, I think you would have had an easier ride running GP and staying GP, my boy, because the image that I have in my mind, what goes on them SNY yards, this day of age, is the Wild Wild West. And the reason is because it's filled with a lot of ex-homies that were done dirty. They rolled it up. They weren't POSs. They didn't have them jackets. They straight was still with the business. And they started their own ways of living over there. Now, doing time when I was a youngster first in the system, the only ones that were over there were the ones that were debriefing and the POSs. Okay, the special needs yard. There was in all these other yards that people have now, these new names, new titles for them. I don't give a fuck what it is. To me, it's all the same. You parole from a programming yard, you earn the title as no good. Does that make you a bad person? Depending on your charges and how you got over there. Okay? One thing that it will never change with me is I can never associate with you in real life. If you're out here on social media doing your thing, I don't give a fuck about your background. If you're pushing a positive movement for our youth, the gente, the betterment of our gente, or anyone that's going through the struggle, I support that cause. You as an individual, I could never associate with you in real life, regardless of what it was that made you parole from one of them no good yards. It goes against my morals and beliefs. No, I'm not active, but that's the way I grew up. And this individual, I stay in my barrio. I still associate with my homeboys. I have acquaintances that are still functioning. So by me mingling, knowing that someone is no good, would put me at risk. And I'm not going to put anybody before my barrio. Straight up, it is what it is. I'm going to give you an example. I've had two relatives, a blood relative and one through marriage that just got out. The one through just got out relative, he did 10 years, okay? I heard where he was doing his time, and it was kind of secretive, because every time I would ask about him, they wouldn't really give me the exact location, okay? For whatever reason, I'm going to leave it as that. My family knows me, and they know the way I've participated in certain things, so, you know, they didn't want me to know. It is what it is, so it was none of my business. So right away, my brain goes thinking, okay, this guy, he must have rolled it up. Turns out I was right, because he landed in Chino, and from my understanding, Chino's no good no more. When I was in Chino, it was, you know, something different. Let's just keep it as that. Yes, I went to Palm Hall. Wasn't there long. It was just a place to rest my neck for a few weeks, and then I moved on, and they shipped me to where I needed to be shipped to. But you know, during that little short time, I got to meet people, and you know, that's to be expected. That's here nor there. But anyways, the individual, my relative, gets released. We're at a function, a family function. I get to chopping it up to him. I shake his Paisa, give him a hug, welcome home, and I ask him, so where'd you parole from, homie? And he straight out told me, from an SNY yard. I said, oh, okay, that's sweet, man. I shook his Paisa. He's been out for 5 years now. I haven't spoken to him since then. And I don't plan on speaking to him. I can't. I know there's a lot of you civilians that don't understand this, but it's a life that I grew up in, okay? So I'm not going to put myself at risk, you know, and I'm not going to look into why he went to that other side of the yard either, you know. I'm just not going to associate with him. So it's very difficult for the average cat, the civilian, to understand where I'm coming from, because they'll be like, hey, Ochi, why don't you fuck that? That's the right thing. This guy, yeah, he chose to get out now because he was a lifer. Yeah. Hey, by all means, do what you got to do, you know. But like I said, you know, every individual, they're going to have to make their own bed, and they're going to have to lay in it. And keep in mind, people, I'm a motherfucking rambler. I fucking rambled off everywhere, didn't I? I lost track of who I was talking to. My boy Sluggz should have been the hot topic of this motherfucking story right here, but it is what it is, man. You know what? Actually, I think I'm done talking about Mr. Sluggz, man. It is what it is, my boy. You're no good. I'm not even gonna call you a Paisider, my boy, because I have actual camaradas that are Paisiders, and they're with the business. You obviously weren't, my boy. It is what it is. But I guaranteed, if you went to one of them yards over there, that place was probably rocking and rolling more than a GP yard. You would have been better off paroling from a GP yard, regardless of what yard where it was at. You would have paroled in good standings. So for those of you trollos and people out there trying to stir shit up here on social media, trying to send messages saying that somebody's got something on me, ain't nobody got smut on this cat right here. There ain't nothing anybody out here on social media or in real life could put a jacket on me that would take me from my good standings. I stay in good standings. Ain't nothing that anyone can do that could change that title. It is what it is. Now, for those of you that question why I do certain things a certain way, I do it because I play chess at a high level. There's a logical explanation for everything that I do in life. And I'm not going to give you guys any game on why I do what I do. If I ever have to drop the hammer, trust and believe, I could drop the hammer. But I'm choosing not to. Why? Because I was raised a different way. Am I going to react to certain individuals? No, because I'm not going to come out of character. It's not me. That's not the way I was raised. That's not the way I was laced up. I'm going to give you an example. When we used to walk to medical, you know, coincidentally, them individuals that were on the no good yard would be at yard. These fools would fucking call us out our names, spit on us, say all kinds of things. But we had to act like they didn't exist. You know how hard that was to do that? But over time, you pick it up. You see what I'm saying? So for you individuals that are out there still trying to speculate and saying this person, this person, this person, that's so fucking childish. If anybody wants to reach out to me, they could reach out to me. It wouldn't be hard to find. I'm out there in the public. I go to car shows. I pull up when I'm invited to clubs, you know, to events. I'm there. I'm in the mix. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, if someone really wanted to reach out to somebody, they could reach out to a homie and a homie could reach out to me. You know, because there's always somebody that knows somebody. Trust and believe. That's the way it is. You know what I mean? So anyways, Mr. Sluggz, my boy, hop on the program because it's obvious you're eating all your fucking product. You're not selling it no more. You've gained like 100 pounds since when I first saw your channel. Hey, and another thing, I think you might be hating too, and low key, a lot of these individuals are out here hating because they see me, what I'm doing, this older cat, and I've captivated an audience. And I've done it on my own. I've done it with my Instagram channel. My Instagram channel is not big, but hey, all my followers, I earned them. They're loyal followers. They've been followers for years, you know. I know there's certain individuals that feel threatened by me because I'm older, and it's usually them older cats too, because they're just hating because this old cat is in the best shape of his life and doing what he does. You know what I mean? I've broken them limited beliefs. I'm not sitting on that chair doing with the big ass beer belly, walking around like a fucking keg of beer with legs. I don't. I look proper. No, okay. No, I'm not bragging about myself, but even though I have that right to, I do. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Anybody could do it. If you guys need help, hey, hit me up. highpowerfitness.net, baby. Getting a little cotton mouthed. No, it wasn't because I'm smoking Yeska, because I don't smoke Yeska. It's because I drink coffee all day. You guys need to understand, when you drink coffee a lot, it ends up dehydrating you. So you make sure that you drink coffee, drink some water in between. Know what I'm saying? Hey, well, anyways, people, I'm going to bring this video to an end, man. Remember, 10,000 subscribers, we will start doing lives, and my motherfucking yarda will become activo. Now, Sluggz, keep doing your thing. Just keep my name out of your mouth, my boy. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to come back and start, I just don't. But there's another individual that I'm going to have to more than likely speak on this guy. Why? Because this motherfucking torta went and spoke on me, and I guess he wants to be part of what's going on out here. He wants a piece of the action. I'm going to bring it to your attention real quick, man. You peed on yourself once, my boy. That's it. Just leave it alone. You know what I mean? You said your mind. Hey, no. There is no fucking... I don't flip-flop, my boy. Looks like you do, but I don't. Well, anyways, I hope I don't have to speak on you. I seen your little punk-ass video. It is what it is. Ain't no shine off of my state boots. Well, anyways, with that being said, get up and get yours.